Morning coffee's still steaming in my hand. That's how I know the day's about to go sideways. I'm standing 3 houses down from the bus stop on Elmwood Lane, watching my 9-year-old, Ellie, get cornered by the new queen of Maple Ridge. A woman named Valerie Knox who moved in 6 months ago and decided the whole cul-de-sac needed a dictator. She's got a clipboard, a laminated QR code the size of a dinner plate, and a voice that could peel paint off a barn. Non-resident fee. She barks at Ellie. $50 a week or you walk. Sweetheart. Ellie's shoulders hike up to her ears. Shy kid. Steel spine, and I feel the dad in me growl while the cop in me just smiles and sips. Because bullies always talk too much when they think nobody's listening. Name's Jack Brennan. 61. Chief of police in a town so small the raccoons outnumber the patrol cars. I've spent 40 years settling fence line squabbles and convincing teenagers that stop signs aren't optional art installations. All I want now is hot coffee. My wife Sarah's movie trivia corrections. And Ellie growing up without some tracksuit tyrant shaking her down for lunch money. But Valerie's got disciples, clipboard Carl, who looks like he lost a fight with a leaf blower. And sticker Sammy, who's 19 and still has a bedtime, and they're blocking the curb like this is their private kingdom. Valerie jabs the QR code in Ellie's face again. Scan or scram. Kid bus access is a neighborhood privilege. I step forward slow, boots crunching on the frost, and ask the dumbest question I can think of, privilege. How or do I buy the season pass? Gift shop or vending machine? She sniffs. Fees collected by an officer. And Carl puffs up like he just got promoted. I nod. Badge. He looks at his tracksuit like maybe it grew one overnight. Ellie tugs my sleeve. Whispers. Dad. Does members only mean hats? I wink. Today it means nonsense. Kiddo. See. Our house sits 3 streets over a whopping 8-minute stroll, and Valerie's decided that makes us non-residents in her imaginary fiefdom. She moved here after a messy divorce. City money. Big ideas. And a chip on her shoulder the size of a subdivision. Word is she got burned in a condo board coup back in Charlotte. So now she's rebuilding her empire one fake bylaw at a time. I play dumb. It's my superpower. Let people explain their genius until they're hip deep in their own trap. Valerie rattles off steering committee and ratified bylaws while I log crimes in my head. Extortion. Harassment of a minor. Operating a fraudulent enterprise. The math's ugly. $50 times 30 kids times retroactive months. That's real money flowing into somebody's pocket. And I'm betting it ain't the PDA. I walk Ellie to the bus, big yellow beast hissing like it's late for recess, and Valerie plants herself in the doorway. Finger trembling at my daughter. The driver. Gus. A mountain with a Santa beard. Leans out. Morning. Folks, anybody actually riding to school, or we just filming a reality show? Valerie screeches. She hasn't paid. Gus unbuckles slow. Steps down. The bus tilts. And he looks down at her like she's a speed bump. County bus. Public road. No toll booths. Move your foot, or I write you up for blocking a school vehicle. She jerks back, sputtering about lawsuits. And Ellie slips past. Safe. I gather her dropped mitten. Valerie spins on me. You'll hear from my lawyer. Brennan, insubordination. I just smile. Because the fly just landed square in the jar. Home smells like fresh coffee and Sarah's righteous fury. She's at the island. Laptop glowing. Fingers flying faster than gossip. Neighborhood chats on fire. She says without looking up. Valerie's got a whole compliance portal. QR code's adorable. Sarah's my secret weapon, retired cybercrime analyst who can ghost through firewalls like they're screen doors. I pour a refill. Tell her about the slap she gave Mark's phone yesterday when he started recording. Sarah's eyes narrow. She touched a kid and assaulted an adult. Line crossed. She scans the QR code off a photo Brenda texted. Clicks the public admin link printed right on the notice. Amateur hour, and we're staring at a 2003 website screaming, "Welcome to Maple Ridge Compliance Portal." Domain registered 3 months ago. Hidden behind a Panama proxy. But the hosting's local and the payment processor dumped straight into AP. Oh. Box under V. Knox. Sarah tries the footer, password, admin, and bam. We're in the back end. Transaction logs scroll like a confession. 50 here for unapproved holiday lights. 75 for a dog barking past 9. Hundreds refunded only to the lawyer on Pine Crest and the judge's wife on Sycamore. She's a coward picking on new families and widows. Refunding anyone who might bite back. There's even a commented out note: future fines for kids' chalk art. Barbecue smoke. Toys and driveways. This isn't a busybody. It's a business plan built on fear. Sarah leans back. We've got motive. Means. And a paper trail. Your move. Chief. I grin. Peace and quiet can wait, let's have some fun. That afternoon we turned the kitchen into a war room, my legal pads. Sarah screens. Old school meets Wi-Fi. We need her caught in the act. Demanding money. Threatening property. Undeniable on video. Operation Pink Stamp is born. Sarah mocks up a payment confirmation transaction ID reads N0TR3LH0A and emails it to my phone. I call the school district. Get Gus's bus cam footage from the past week. County clerk confirms no HOA on file. Ever. Sarah rallies the chat group, not the full plan. Just show up tomorrow. Bring coffee and cameras. Mark, whose phone took a flying lesson, volunteers his jacket button cam. Maria, who got fined for sidewalk chalk unicorns, brings hers. We charge batteries. Print victim lists. And I text Deputy Lopez, 8:10 a.m. M. Stand by 2 blocks out. Nighttime. I tuck Ellie in. She hugs her stuffed giraffe. Whispers. Will the mean lady be there tomorrow? I smooth her curls. Maybe. But a whole bunch of grown-ups will make sure you're safe, you just worry about spelling tests. She nods. Eyes closing. And I stand in the doorway a long time, listening to the quiet hum of a house that's supposed to stay safe. Valerie mistook silence for weakness. Tomorrow the quiet people roar. Next morning the air crackles like right before lightning. Parents triple the usual crowd. Travel mugs steaming. Eyes darting. Mark and Maria in position. Tiny red lights blinking on lapels. I lean against a mailbox in my fleece vest, looking like every other bored dad. At 8:10 Valerie's white Escalade glides up. Neon orange tracksuit today, she brought props. Carl wrestles a yellow wool boot like it's radioactive. Sammy's got a satchel of orange violation stickers screaming, infraction. Valerie claps sharp. Compliance, sweep, zero tolerance. She zeroes in on Maria's minivan, 2.7 inches from curb. Tier 2 violation boot it. Carl fumbles. Drops the boot on his own foot. Hops around cursing. Crowd snickers. She spots little Timmy's Captain America backpack, primary color violation confiscate. Sammy freezes when Timmy's dad, Big Mike the contractor, steps forward like a refrigerator with opinions. Valerie lunges herself. Evidence of noncompliance. Mike intercepts her wrist, gentle but firm. Don't touch my kid. Parents close ranks. Circle tightens. Valerie locks on Ellie. Smile cruel. Fees still due. Brennan. I hold up the fake confirmation. Paid this morning, see the ID. She squints. Brain buffering on the gibberish. Rage blooming. That's when Mrs. Delgado. 78. Neon vest. Stop sign staff like Excalibur. Marches up. Valerie knocks. You harassing children again. I'll cite you for loitering in a safety zone. From across the street, the Murphy twins identical. 60. Pruning shears and sink yell. Assault in progress. We've got alibis. My buddy Tony rolls up with his food truck. Hands me a coffee. Clown car's missing a few tires. Huh. Laughter ripples. Valerie's foundation cracks. She shoves Sammy. Take the backpack now. Sammy reaches. Hand shaking. Big Mike growls. Touch it, and you'll need pliers to remove that clipboard. Valerie lunges. Mike blocks. Parents surge. It's a powder keg, and she just struck the match. I step into the circle. Voice calm. Morning. Folks think we've seen enough. Valerie spins. You're nobody. Brennan, you're the one who should be arrested. I let the silence hang. Then smile the smile I save for confessions. Funny you mention that. Mark taps his button cam. Crystal 4K of the demand and the fake payment. Maria grins. Got the boot threat and the backpack grab audio's gold. I dial speaker. County Clerk Pam confirms no HOA exists. I reach into the tote. Pull a violation notice. Produce my pink self-inking stamp Ka-chunk. Ka-chunk void blooms and bubblegum letters across her empire. Valerie's face goes ash. Lopez rolls up silent. Steps out. Morning. Chief videos received. Ready when you are. The word chief lands like a gavel. Valerie's mouth opens. Closes. No sound. I nod to Lopez. Cuffer fraud. Harassment. Attempted theft. As the bracelets click. She wails. I'm the victim, I was upholding standards. I lean in. Whisper. Real leaders don't extort 9-year-olds. Val bad for morale. Lopez gives the siren a playful bloop bloop. Crowd erupts, misses. Delgado blows her whistle like a referee. Tony hoists a donut. Free sprinkles for justice. Ellie waves from the bus window. Backpack bouncing. Fearless. Cleanup's textbook. Carl and Sammy sing the second they hit the station community service and a stern lecture from their moms. Victim refunds flow. Valerie pleads to fraud and harassment hefty fine. 2 years probation. 500-foot restraining order from the bus stop. She's out picking trash in an orange vest that clashes with everything she owns. These days the stop's a party. Tony parks the truck. Mrs. Delgado tells the takedown story like it's Normandy. Kids chase each other without looking over shoulders. I walk Ellie to the curb. She runs ahead laughing. Hops on. Waves huge. Sarah slips her hand in mine. For a guy chasing peace and quiet. You sure throw a hell of a block party. I squeeze back. Watch the bus disappear. Sometimes justice is the only road to quiet, and a little public humiliation's just the toll. So, internet jury was the pink stamp overkill. Or exactly the punctuation a bully deserves. Ever had an HOA horror story that needed its own siren song? Drop it below. Hit subscribe if you believe peace sometimes wears handcuffs. And share this with a neighbor who still thinks laminated paper equals law. Let's keep the conversation louder than any fake bylaw.